Okay, a new problem on the Infiniti. When I turn on the car, it has the ABS, slip, and VDC off lights all stay on no matter what, if the ignition's on or if the car is actually on and I'm driving, and so they just stay on all the time. And so I'm going to diagnose it. So I used my Altel scan tool to troubleshoot the ABS code, and this is what came up. A C1107 for the front right hand sensor, and C1115 for the ABS sensor, abnormal signal. I think they're both tied together, and so let's take a look at the right front tire and see what's going on. Alright, so I got the car jacked up off the ground and on stands, and so I'm gonna wiggle the front tire to see if there's anything wrong with the bearings. And lo and behold, I don't know if you can hear or see that, but there is definite play in this front right wheel. It moves about 1 millimeter. And so I think I got a bad hub, and that's probably caused some issues with the ABS sensor, so I'm going to replace the wheel hubs. Okay, in order to replace the hub, you have to take off the caliper. And so there's two 22 millimeter bolts, one here and one down right there. Okay, use a bungee cord or something to tie up the caliper so that it doesn't rest on your line here. And then back here there is a 12 millimeter right here that is for the speed sensor line right here, so you got to take that off. Well, I think I found my problem. When I took off this dust cover on the back here, you can see that this inner ring of the bearing just fell off. It's not supposed to do that. This is actually what senses the speed and sends the signal through the wire to your ECU, and that shouldn't be like that. So that's definitely broken. Okay, now to get the hub off, you have 4 17 millimeter bolts. This one right here is the toughest one to get off. It's right near the lower control arm, but if you have a thin walled socket, you can squeeze it on there if you turn the wheel all the way to the right. And I'm working on the right front tire, or the wheel, so you can get them all off with 17 millimeter. Okay, now to get the hub out, you have to, I'd sprayed some release agent right in this crack here. The crack won't be there yet, but then you take your socket, your 17 deep well socket, you throw it on the nut back here as you start to unbolt them. You leave them threaded and you whack them from behind, and that'll push the hub out. So you just go around from one to the next on each of the bolts, and as you unbolt them, you hit them and it'll push them out slowly but surely, and then once you get it out far enough, you can just take it out from the front.